This video is going to cover a couple of different things, specifically how to set up notifications on Google Sheets, how to send things for printing, how to make sure that you can open shared documents, how to star items and add them to your drive, and also specifically uploading the lesson plans. I'm going to start by covering starring items in your drive and how to add items to your drive because sometimes your shared with me folder can get a little overwhelming, especially as you start using Google Classroom. All of the things kids turn in get shoved into that folder and a lot of stuff can get lost. So what you're going to do, this is really easy actually. To star an item, you right click on it and you hit add star. And what that does is that dumps it into this starred section over here. That way when you click on starred, you can see it very easily right there in your starred folder rather than having to search around in your shared with me folder. Another option to make things that are shared with you more easily found is to add them directly to your drive. And to do that, that's also super easy. You just right click on the folder and you hit add to my drive. And when you do that, it's going to end up dumping that right into your drive that you can easily find it in your main section as well. Another thing that you can do to make Google work for you is to add notifications to sheets. This is important if you're dealing with a shared sheet. For example, when Sharon sent us the report card list of how we have to do things and what dates we have to do them by, if she wants to make changes to that, if we don't put in notifications, we're never going to know that she made the changes. Then she has to email us, and that's way too much effort on her end. So this is super easy as well. You open up the sheet. It has to be a sheet. Unfortunately, this does not work for docs. So you open up the sheet that you want to add the notifications to. So you open up the sheet, like I was just saying. You open up the sheet that you want. I just picked the auditorium sign-up one here. And you're going to go to Tools, and you're going to select Notification Rules. And you have some options here. You can ask to be notified anytime changes are made. This does get overwhelming. I did this for our work session log, and I literally get an email every 10 minutes. Another option is that anytime someone submits a form, which we don't want to deal with that one. And then two ways you can get notified are Daily Digest or right away. If it's something that's time sensitive, like for example the work session log, where you want to see if people are adding work, if you are working work session that day, or if you want to see if, say, another teacher added work for a student, then you might want to get emailed right away. That way you can kind of keep up with the changes. Otherwise, you can do a Daily Digest. That just sends you a list of all of the changes that were made that day. It just depends on how much email you want to deal with. So I'm going to go ahead with the Daily Digest and anytime changes are made. And I'm going to save, and now I will get an email anytime someone makes a change to this particular auditorium sign-up form, but I'll only get one email every day at a certain period of time. We have had a couple of issues in dealing with getting printing stuff sent to Deb so that she can print from our Google Drive. So one way around that is to go into the actual doc or whatever it is that you want printed, go to File, and Email as Attachment. When you do that, you're automatically providing permission to the email recipient to view the document. Otherwise, you do need to go in and set the sharing options to can view, can edit, whatever. You can attach as a PDF, Microsoft Word, rich text, HTML, whatever you want. And you just type in the email address. I believe it is copies@udasd.org for Deb. And then you can put a message in there about how you want it printed out, if you want it double-sided or on color paper, whatever. And you can also send a copy to yourself if you want to be able to see what the email looks like. You just hit send and off it goes. To that end, I do want to make sure you guys are aware when you are sent an email about so-and-so shared a document with you, click here to see it, and you try to click it and it says you're not logged in, what you have to make sure of is A, that you are using Google Chrome as your default browser. The best way to do that is, now each browser is slightly different. Chrome, usually go to the triple dot menu down to settings, and then you scroll to the very bottom and it will say about your default browser, making it Chrome. Now, obviously I don't have that with my MacBook, but that's a different beast. So that's how you would set that up as your default browser. What you can also do is sign in on Chrome so that you're always able to access documents. You can have multiple accounts signed in, which is nice because, like you can see here, I have a personal account and I also have my work account, and I can switch between them. And all you have to do is on your browser, you'll see a little person up in your top right corner. You click on that and it'll offer you the chance to sign in. And then you can just hit manage people and you can add more and more accounts to your browser as you need to. That way you can make sure that when someone sends you a shared document, you can actually open it rather than hitting that wall that says you need to make sure that you're signed in. The last thing I want to cover is something Mr. Shade asked me to make sure you guys are aware of, is how to upload your lesson plans to our Teacher Common folder on the Google Drive. So starting in my starred, I starred the Teacher Common folder again by right-clicking and hitting star. You can also just add it straight to your drive. Either way will work, as long as you don't make a copy of it. Do not make a copy of it because that means nothing will update, okay? So you start out with your Teacher Common folder. You don't have to open it. You can certainly open it. It's probably easier if you do because then you have less dragging around to do. You open the lesson plan folder, you find your name, and you open that folder, or not. Again, at that point it doesn't matter. So what you'll do is you will open your desktop. Realistically, it's easiest if you save the lesson plan right to the desktop and then just edit that every week and change the name of it every week and upload it that way rather than having a bunch of different files. That's a lot of effort that none of us need to be dealing with. So what you'll do is you have it on your desktop. You'll just click the icon. There's the word. You'll click the icon that you want and you'll just drag it right over and you'll let it go and it will just upload automatically for you. I don't want to upload that, so we're just not going to do that. But that's all you have to do. So the easiest thing, in my opinion, is to first of all have a copy of the lesson plan format, if that's what you use, whatever you use, on your desktop. Edit it, save it, but save as, and so you can change the name of it to whatever week it is that you're dealing with, and then just drag it right into your Google browser. I would definitely say that this is less work on your end rather than using our Google folder that you have on your computer. That's really good if you need to be able to access certain files, but in this case, having to go into the shared with me section like this, it's probably a little more effort than we need to deal with. So if you just do it right on your desktop and then drag it right over into your lesson plan folder and let it go, you will be able to upload it lickety-split, no problems. I really hope this wasn't too much and that it's helpful. And as always, if you guys need me, you know where to find me.